Hey, I'm Adam with Choate Engineering Performance. What I've got right here is one of our 6.4 liter Powerstroke cylinder heads. These cylinder heads are offered in a brand new casting or with our 48-hour turnaround remanufactured program. So what the remanufactured program means for you is when you need a set of heads, give us a call. Within 48 hours, we will have them shipped out to you. And just ship us back the heads whenever you're ready within 30 days. And yeah, you can get your truck back on the road just that much quicker than waiting for your local machine shop or waiting for time to send them to us or anyone else and then the freight back and all that stuff. 48-hour turnaround gets your truck back on the road that much quicker. All right, so let's talk about what we do to these heads. When they come in as cores, the first thing we do is a light cleaning and a tear down and an inspection to make sure that they're actually good for remanufacture. Once we consider them good, they go through a full hot tank process. They go through a furnace. That furnace burns off any oils that may be impregnated into the head. And then they go through a media blasting. That media blasting just gets any scale, any paint, any light surface rust off. Just make sure that it's a nice clean surface for us to work with. From there they go through one more set of inspections. Again, just making sure that it is a good candidate for a remanufacture. And then we go into the manufacturing. So all the holes get tapped out, all the threads get cleaned, all the surfaces get machined so that they're nice and flat and can accept a gasket correctly. Especially this front surface here where your head gasket goes up to. Now, today's MLS gaskets, your multi-layer steel head gaskets, are a little bit different than what was used, say, 15, 20 years ago. Or more than that even, actually, sometimes. The older gaskets were a composite material. We go even older than that, and they were copper. Those gaskets did a decent job for the time. They fit the technology that existed at that time, and they were made to fill some voids that the machining process at the time created. But they had failure issues. Today's MLS gaskets are much more high performance, and they perform eons better than the older gaskets. But like I said, they require a very special surface finish. It cannot be too rough, it cannot be too smooth. It's got to be right in the middle there. It's called a roughness average. So we have to hit this roughness average factor. It's an industry standard, but it takes a lot of love, takes a lot of technology, takes a lot of knowledge and a lot of time to make it to do it right. Excuse me. So we spent a lot of time making sure that's right so that your head gaskets don't fail on you. Outside that, we have every head from us gets new valve stem seals. It gets reground and inspected valves, both on the exhaust and the intake side, plus a valve seat cut, a 3-angle cut. That 3-angle cut offers optimum sealing, but it also adds, helps a little bit in flow of the air in and out of your combustion chamber. These heads also get all new freeze plugs and all new gallery plugs. The options. So we do have a stage 1 and a stage 2. The stage 2 options that we have are new performance valve seats. So with the stage 1, we're just machining the existing. With stage 2, we're actually putting new high performance valve seats in that just perform that much better. We're also getting new injector cups and new valve guides. On top of that, there are more options that we can do to this head. We can install what is known as an O-ring. So this head doesn't have it because this is one of our stage 1s, but in the stage 2, again, this is an option for higher performance. We can machine a groove around the combustion chamber, and we then install a stainless steel wire in that groove. And that wire ends up putting a little bit of extra pressure on your head gasket. Again, just helping seal and helping make sure that head gasket doesn't fail on you. It does more than just that pressure though. It actually adds as a heat sink. Heat inside the combustion chamber is a very big factor in head gasket failure. So by adding that ring, it helps dissipate that heat a little bit more. Again, just helping eliminate head gasket failures. Another option we have is higher pressure valve springs. What higher pressure valve springs do is they help eliminate valve float. What valve float is, for high performance vehicles, if you have a larger turbo and it's putting out a lot more boost than you saw from the factory, that boost can actually blow the valve open. And the issue there is when the piston comes up to top dead center, if that valve is still open, not only are you losing performance, that valve can contact the piston and it's going to cause some damage when it does it, and it can cause some very serious damage. This is also an issue for high RPM engines. If you're running much higher RPM than the factory allowed for, the valve does not actually have the time to come back up and close. That spring is not tough enough to push it back up and close in time for the piston to come back up. So again, it's the same issue where if that valve has not closed completely yet, the piston can contact it and can cause some serious damage. Higher pressure valve springs fix that. Yeah, so like I said, 48-hour turnaround. We offer them in a stage 1 and a stage 2. The stage 2 does have a bunch of options that you can add to it, like the O-ring or the higher pressure valve springs. We offer these in new castings, and our 48-hour turnaround, as I said, remanufacture program. So yeah, got any questions, put them in the comments below or give us a call. And yeah, you need some heads, let us know, we'll get you set up. Thanks.